Welcome back to another vlog. It is 5:22 on a Sunday morning, and I'm up and I'm about and I'm active, walking through the forest looking for little... I'm joking, don't start with that, George. I'll get demonetized in the space of 10 seconds. So fuck, I was 81.1 this morning, so my scale weight has not been moving at all over the last week, which is really frustrating. However, like I said in the previous video, there has been so many changes to my physique recently. I look so much leaner. So we're actually going to take some visual shots and actually see where the fuck we're at, to be honest with you, because I haven't done that for a while. If you could like today's video, please drop a like, please subscribe, and yeah, let's make this a fun one, and let's keep up with the YouTube vlogs, because I'm really enjoying it right now. And yeah, it's good to be back. It's good to be feeling within myself and having that sort of confidence again. Anyway, stop waffling. Let's get to work. Right, let's give you a bit of an update. Potatoes for me and Vicky for meal number 3, all done. Meal number 4, salmon. We have 1 salmon fillet each. The dogs have 1 salmon fillet, the lucky bastards. That is done. Green beans for me and Vicky. So we'll separate this. We'll take the total amount, we'll divide it by 2, and that's how much we'll have each. So green beans have been done. As well as that, meal number 1 has been prepped. If you saw my full day of eating, egg whites, whole eggs, kale, bell pepper, and mushrooms, sorry, in there. And then over here, we have our prep for the 3rd meal. So we've got the chicken, we've got the tender stem broccoli in there. Meal number 2, I have obviously beef mince, so that's all in there. And then obviously we have a couple of rice meals for the day as well. So as you can see, there is 200 grams of raw weight rice all cooked up in there. So that, my friend, is all done by 6:30 in the morning. That is what we call efficiency. So one thing I always say to absolutely anyone, I can't do this, or I haven't got the time to do this. Like, it's 6:30 on a Sunday morning, you know? We've done the meal prep for the day. We don't need to stress or worry about doing it. It's all prepped. It's all planned. The thing that I would say to anyone to make the life a little bit easier is, if you know you are going to be busy, plan ahead. So I follow a meal plan. Luckily, I don't have to think too much about what I'm going to eat. But if you don't follow the meal plan and you follow more macro style diets, then it takes 5 minutes just to go onto MyFitnessPal and decide what you're eating the next following day. And then you wake up on that morning, the next morning, sorry, and you know exactly what you're eating. And you haven't got to flaff about thinking, oh, what am I going to do here? What am I going to do there? And it allows you to be productive. It allows you to get the jobs done. So like I said, you can make it as easy as you fucking want. And if the goal is big enough, you'll find a way. If the goal isn't big enough, you won't do it. It's as simple as that. So it just comes down to where your head's at. You can make it easy for yourself. There's no excuses. You can do this at any point in the day. It doesn't need to be 6 a.m. in the morning, but if you're busy, you need to be productive and you need to take action on things that you want to achieve, because there's always time to do anything. Just people use bullshit excuses nowadays, and then you wonder why you're not making any progress. It's as simple as that. So yeah, gonna eat meal number 1, and we're just gonna crack on with the day. So we're on our way to London. Here she comes. Here she comes. You look cute. We're wearing the same jumpers.
Yeah,
also, we might have a bit of a release date coming at some point for these, touch wood, which would be sick. Now, just a quick one actually, as you're here. Yeah, look at that, look at the back, come on. Just a quick one. In the comments, do you rate the bigger logo or the smaller logo? The bigger or the smaller logo, let us know. At first we got the bigger logo, but I was like, oh, I think the logo's too big. I went for the smaller one, but now I'm thinking the bigger one looks better. Anyway, let us know in the comments. We just pulled over at the motorway. It's just literally started to piss it down, but we're gonna let the dogs have a piss and shit because it's a 3-hour drive. We need a bit of a coffee, don't we, darling? And then we're on our way. Fucking and remember, and it's Starbucks as well, which is good. And also, we are like 70-year-olds, and our lower back can't drive. Imagine driving 3 hours straight.
The trap nerve as well.
Yeah, we've got a trap nerve.
I was driving, I was trying to like switch lanes, I was having to go.
Yeah, she's stiff right now. She's stiff. And me, my lower back, my glutes just get fucked. So yeah, you've got to pull over. A 3-hour journey for us will probably take about 5, just because of how much we need to pull over. Anyway, Diesel, you having a good time, mate? You having a good time? Mengi, you having a good time? Look, she's had a trim as well, bruv. Look, she looks so much better with that trim. Honestly, before Before we used to go out with her, it used to be fucking embarrassing. Innit?
Yeah, but I was so scared to put her in the groomers because she just hates people, she bites them, and then I just...
Which she probably did with the muzzle that she had on. Anyway, Starbucks, what are we going to go for?
Cold brew with sugar-free vanilla syrup.
That's our go-to.
That's our go-to dieting.
Yeah. Do you need a piss or shit?
I think so.
You need shit?
No, just a shit.
Not shit yet. What am I getting again? What can I get? What am I getting?
Cold brew.
Can I get 2 cold brews, please, with sugar-free vanilla?
Cold brew with sugar-free vanilla.
That's the one, please.
Anything else?
That's it. 2 puppuccinos, actually. Thank you.
Dry down.
Love you. Yeah, you see his little smile then? Hey baby, I fucking fancy you. Do you want to turn gay for the day? Like, come on. And they got that long hair and I've got that bald fucking shiny head. We can connect.
So what I'm now going to do is break it up into
I'm concerned about you.
Scott, this team, Henry's laughing, but this team is more exciting, it's more interesting to watch.
Good lad. Look at him go for it. Good boy. Look at that. Stay there, Mangs. Stay there. Good boy. If you go to Starbucks and you've got your dogs, always, without fucking doubt, get puppuccinos for the dogs because they absolutely love it. It's a little treat. You're showing a little bit of love. Look at Diesel. He's absolutely going for it. He's sending it. He's absolutely sending it. Go on, the boy. If you followed the channel for a few years now, you know my go-to Starbucks order would be coffee frappuccino with almond milk and sugar-free vanilla. However, as we're dieting right now, fortunately they have about maybe 20-30 grams of carbs in it, which to me I can't justify having anything like that whilst dieting. So cold brews, very light. Again, they're quite fresh, prepared today. Maybe, I don't know how the fuck they do it, but the calories, if you just go onto the app, they will normally give you the calories on there so you have a rough idea. So I have that with sugar-free vanilla and it is pengers. Try it, honestly. It's a sweet little with a bit of black coffee, can't go wrong.
It is not the mountain that you must master, but yourself is you.
So we're just in a bit of traffic right now, and Diesel and Mango are providing some entertainment on the motorway. Look at her, go on the girl. One thing that I really like is that it makes people smile, and I feel good. Like, I think one thing that we said about the other day is actually happiness comes from making other people happy, you know. And even if someone's having a really bad day, like, we don't know people's circumstances, if they can crack one smile, if they see Diesel yelping out the window or anything like that, and in my opinion that makes me feel good, that makes me feel fulfilled, rather than other things in life which, you know, like materialistic things which make you happy short term but don't really actually do anything long term, if you know what I mean. Does that make sense? See? Change, man. That's what happens when you learn. You see? You learn things, you invest that time into learning, and you actually find what actually is happiness versus what is fake happiness. Right, we've just arrived in London. It's absolutely fucking hammering it down outside, but it is what it is. Got meal number 3 here, so like I said earlier, like, you just fucking prepare, guys. That's what it is. We're using the 1MR Tupperware, like travel Tupperware, which is fantastic for when you go away and keeping on top of your meals. So this is...
No, it is metal, you can heat it up.
And yeah, a lot of people say, oh my god, can you put this in the microwave? You can. There's been no issues at all. So in here I've got tennis stem broccoli, chicken breast, and white potato with a little bit of mustard, ketchup, and lighter than light mayo. When it comes to travelling and things like that, you know, we just pulled over and we just ate our meal, you know. It can be that simple, you know. You don't have to travel places and go, oh my god, I haven't got my meal prep with me, and oh, I have to try and find something. Like, just plan ahead, you know. Got up super early, got shit done. Yeah, right, Mangs, tell them. Yeah, easy shit. So we're gonna eat this, and then what's our plan?
I'm going to meet my family.
We're gonna meet Vicky's family. We are back. We're back into routine, back into usual business. Quick one. I got this razor off Amazon and I shaved my head with it, and honestly I actually shaved my body with this as well. It's fucking so easy. So any bald people out there that you needed a new shaver, I'd recommend this. This one's really good. So I'll show you. Look at that. So we can sit here and we can talk and I can basically do this. So yeah, I had a good time in London. I actually didn't end up really recording too much because, to be honest with you, I left my camera in the fucking car and we was about half an hour away walk from there. And you know what London's like. I thought, fuck this, I ain't gonna bother recording. And also I noticed quite a fair bit in London, fucking people stealing phones and shit. Like, what's that about? Like, come on. Anyway, back into routine. We've got legs on the cars today. So Saturdays are like me and Vicky's annual like leg day together. So it's the only time that we train together, but we do try and train together because I feel like, you know, it's important because it is an opportunity to sort of connect. It's an opportunity to sort of push each other and keep this between me and you. She spots me as well, so that's handy. Looking forward to doing that, but we're going to take you through it. Take you through a bit of the day. Look at that. See that? I might draw like a knob in my head. Walk around the knob, see if anyone notices. Yeah, but I do this pretty much every other day, to be honest with you, because I use growth hormone at the moment, and my hair actually grows really fucking quickly when I use growth. So typically, most people would probably do this every like 4 or 5 days, but me, I pretty much have to do it on a daily, because it grows back like fucking pubic hair. Anyway, let's crack on, stop talking about that. So I have my amazing girlfriend making our pre-workout meal. We always have, oh yeah, look at that. There we go, look at that. Bosh. Over it.
Right.
Definitely not food focused. So we always have our pre-workout pretty much at what, 12:30, bang on?
Yeah.
And this is, I would say, probably my favourite meal of the day. About to go down. I showed you in the full day of eating, which hopefully you've seen across the channel, but go-to at the moment is 80 grams of oats, blueberries are 100 grams, whey protein is 40, and then we have some of this this Manny Life peanut butter, and then we have some honey, so I have 20 grams of honey and then 1 gram of pink salt. Absolute staple, and I reckon I could have this in the off season. Oh shit. When you go over your, how many grams you go over?
2.
2 grams. Wow. 2 grams. She's got our supplement. My mum used to call this back when I lived at home. She used to call it the drugs cabinet. But the only thing that's drugs in here is probably Clen. The rest of it is all supplements, mummy, I promise. We're using Glycomax. We're not using Glycomax. Fucking hell. Wrong brand. We're using supplement needs Glycox. Is that how you say it? Glycox? Glucox. That's how fucking smart I am. Which is basically a GDA. So I don't know if I mentioned it in the last video either. We actually use GDAs with 2 of our meals, which will be the second meal of the day, which is our first carb meal, and then we use it in our pre-workout meal. Generally with these sort of things, what I would normally suggest to many people is that try it. Like, is it worth the investment? If you feel that extra 1%, which is this is essentially going to give you, then in my opinion it's worth the investment. However, if you don't, then it isn't worth the investment. That's how I would summarise that. Is there anything else you want to add to that, darling?
Yeah, if you're struggling with high blood sugars and you think you've got maybe some underlying insulin resistance, that'll be the one that you want to go for, and berberine as well.
Oh, just out for a little pre-workout, don't know what I said there, walk. One bit of advice I've got for anyone who struggles with getting to the gym, to motivate themselves to go to the gym, is actually put your workout clubber on straight after you've ate. So one big thing that I personally like to do myself is just put my gym stuff on, because I know I'm going to the gym. If I do that, I know that I'm going regardless, because I'm in my gym clubber. So definitely worth trying, because it actually does a massive thing. Like, right, okay, gym stuff's on now, I'm ready to go to the fucking gym. So just out here with the old dogs walking down this fucking disgusting alleyway right now. Diesel, come on. Usually I eat that pre-workout meal around 90 minutes before I train. I used to be a 2-hour guy, but just sit there wasting time. But the longer I sort of wait, the harder it sort of gets to go to the gym. We just finished up a 4-day deload as well, which was nice. I got to a point where my body weight wasn't responding in this diet, and I decided, or we decided, Vicky actually decided, to be honest with you, to actually deload. And since I've deloaded, my body's started to respond really nicely in terms of scale weight, which I'll probably dive into at some point later on in the video, or maybe in the next video. But yeah, legs about to go down today. I haven't recorded legs in a while, so excited to do that. Excited to train Vicky. Switching that nut on already before we go to the gym. Super important. Big leg day coming. Let's fucking
Hey yo, EH, sauce it up.
Good afternoon, everyone, or good morning, good evening, whenever you get round to listening to this. I'm doing another voiceover because I think the voiceover went well last time. I didn't get any feedback, so I'm just guessing it did well. So if you could guys let me know in the comments about whether you enjoy this type of content, voiceover sort of malarkey, that would be really, really good to hear. So just running through a few bits today. Obviously today's leg session. As you can see, we're starting off with calves. Look at Vicky's calves here. They're actually decent. Vicky thinks she's always had shit calves, but they're actually decent now. She trains them properly. Hint, hint. Yeah, she just put a middle finger up to me in case you didn't see that. I've always had quite good calves, purely just down to genetics, to be totally honest with you. Like, I don't do anything crazy when it comes to calf work. So thank you, mummy and daddy, for listening to this, for giving me amazing calf genetics. So calves always first. Get out of the way when you're fresh, so you haven't got to flaff about doing it later on. Here's me with my old logbook. May have some potential news coming soon, which we might reveal at some point, but we're adventuring into different avenues of business as well, which will involve you guys, so be on the lookout for that. There's a little cheeky middle finger. Session must be going well if I'm putting up one of those bad boys. So wanted to chat about my plans and what I'm planning to do for the future. So I've never really spoken, well, I haven't really spoken too much bodybuilding lately, have I? It's just been vlogs and updates and stuff like that. But what am I doing in terms of competing? When am I competing next? And what category am I doing, Georgie boy? So I have the intention of competing next year, 2025. Now, for me, I'm going into a very, very big pond, and me being a very, very small fish. Back when I was natural, things were a little bit different, you know. I know when I turned up, and it's not me sounding cocky, but I knew when I turned up to a natural show, I would do fairly well. However, now things are very different, and being in the assisted realm against people who are always going to be a lot bigger than me, always going to do whatever it takes to get to that goal, there is an element where I sort of have to weigh up to myself and think, actually, you know what actually do I want to achieve from this, and where I want to go. So I absolutely love competing. I absolutely love it. I've done it twice and I absolutely love it. It brings a different side to me out. I love the discipline. I love the mentality. I love recording the content as well. I love people following the process, and you know, actually revealing all your hard work by the end of it is such a good feeling, in my opinion, regardless of the placement. And I say to myself, you know, like, and I said to this myself in 2022 as well, like, the goal for me is just being a better version of myself. Like, I've just quickly shown you my face after I did a leg press set. I was absolutely fucked. Look at the state of me there. Jesus Christ. Don't know why I did that, to be honest with you, but there we go. And here's Vicky doing 3 plates as well. Like, tell me a girl that can do 3 plates on this hip press. Nobody really can, I tell you. And if they can, they're guaranteed to have a fucking fair amount of muscle on you. So even ladies, if you're watching this right now, you've got to fucking lift heavy. If you want to build great legs, don't neglect actually lifting fucking heavy. And it was good form as well. So props to Vicky and Nail in this. But as I was saying to you, like, for me, I want to be a better version of myself. Like, bodybuilding's a subjective sport. And I'll be totally honest with you, like, you get judged by other people that are sitting there behind a desk in a fucking t-shirt, or sorry, a shirt and fucking tie. And most of those bastards are out of shape anyway. I'm thinking, you're sitting there fucking judging me based upon how I look when you're sitting there overweight, and then during the interval breaks they go out for the fags out the back, and I'm thinking, you're sitting there judging me for that. Like, come on now. So for me, it's just about improving myself and saying that, you know, regardless of where you're at in life, regardless of the ups and downs, especially over the last sort of year that I've had, all I'm here to do is just actually love bodybuilding for what it is and keep going regardless of the hiccups and anything that overcomes in those sort of moments of time. So I will be competing in classic bodybuilding. A few reasons behind that, to be honest with you. Opinion number one, or a few reasons, sorry, is I like classic physique. Like, I think I'm more tailored towards classic. Whilst I'm very shit at doing classic poses at the moment, I'm definitely going to work on that. I love classic physique. It's my favourite category, the one that motivates me as well. And the second reason is, you know, to be totally honest, like, there's some big guys out here like 212, open bodybuilding. I'm not willing to push my body to the requirements that's needed to get to that size. I'm just not prepared to do that. I just don't want to do that, you know, because there is a reality check that needs to come in play here. When you want to get as big as those sort of people, you're going to be taking a few years off your life, and I don't want to be doing that, to be honest with you. I really don't. So those are probably my 2 main reasons. I love classic bodybuilding, and I'm not willing to push my body the way that I am. I did the belt squat in this session, by the way. if you haven't never done a belt squat, I used to fucking think belt squats are for just girls. But honestly, it fucking blown up my quads. It really is such a good movement. I would recommend 100% doing it. Move on to the adductor here as well, and then we finish off some hamstrings. So I'll link the full workout down below for you guys to try with the rep ranges and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, the goal is 2025, and obviously the goal is now, you know, not in the natural federations like the UKDFBA, the BNBF that I used to compete in. Whilst I still love those federations and I still have clients competing in those federations, and I always will support natural bodybuilding, it's time to adventure into, you know, different avenues like PCA, Two Bros, and just being a better version of myself. And I think I've done that so far with how I'm looking and how I'm feeling with myself. I know I've made some good progress. And I'm actually really happy with the level of progress that I've made and what I've done during that period of time. And I think for anyone watching this, you know, we obsess about trying to get as big as we can. And sometimes when you obsess about being as big as you can and trying to build as much muscle as you can, you fall out of love with actually what the process is. Like, when I actually sit here and deep it, like when it comes to bodybuilding, I wouldn't, if someone told me you can get your dream physique in the next year, or you can work 10 years for it, I'd rather work 10 years for it. I'll be honest with you. I'd rather not have it in the next year, if you know what I mean. I'd rather work for it. So people forget about actually bodybuilding and the process to get into that end goal. And they put so much fucking pressure on themselves to get to that sort of point that they just fall out of love with it. And I've competed against many people that put so much pressure on themselves and done it for the wrong reasons. So just, I'm here to enjoy bodybuilding. I'm here just to make progress, regardless of how small or how quick it is. I just want to make progress. So 2025 is the goal for the Georgie Boy. We're bringing a completely different package to the stage next time with the signature Georgie Boy condition that I absolutely love bringing to the stage, with a clean, polished and representable physique, which I am proud of. Fuck anyone else. I am proud of. And I will be competing in the classic division, so I better get fucking practicing with my buddy classic posing. So if you have watched today's video, please comment down below mouse. In the next video, I'm going to dive into my morning routine, what I do in the morning during my cut right now. So that's something you can look forward to later on in the week. Please like, please subscribe. We're trying to still chase 50,000 subscribers. Hopefully at one point, hopefully we'll be able to. And as always, guys, any comments, any videos you guys want to see, then drop us a message or comment down below. These two are absolutely doing madness in the background. We'll leave it there, and I shall see you guys in the bit.
Just beats to the dirty.